Welcome to Madden Showcase Podcast Edition. We're back at it as your host, the Washington Commanders, Rosario. With me today, we got the Atlanta Falcons, Teo.
Yes, sir.
What's going on? It's been a while since we done one of these. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good, man. It feels good to be back doing it again with you. We're missing our other co-host, but hey, he's here with us in spirit. So it feels
Yeah,
good to be back and deliver this to the guys in the league. Show them why we're the best in Madden so far, or just in general.
yeah. This league been going on for a while now. And the podcast has elevated. We kind of went off of it for a little bit due to my work schedule and everything, and not being able to find some time within each other. So we're hoping to do this a little bit more regular now.
Absolutely. It's I mean, as we all know, we're in that stages of our life that we're all grown men, so we understand what takes priority. So this we can do this when we can. So it feels good. And it feels good to have you here too. It's an honor, I would say for sure.
I appreciate it. So going into the season two, uh thoughts, comments, how's the season going so far? The outlook of how you see these teams playing out, what teams you predicting in the playoffs, and what's your thoughts so far on the season?
So see, that's a great one. I would definitely say this Madden has definitely been a eye opener and skill wise, to see some new teams emerge and take that next step that they haven't been able to. Prime example being the Browns, Dustin, him always being like, that team, that was always good during the regular season, call him a regular season warrior, always getting dropped the first round of the playoffs and being able to take that step and win that first Super Bowl against the Eagles. That was a great one. That was a great one for him. Uh, Next one, like the following season, the Ravens following suit. So it kind of shows to say like we see like new skills, new players taking over or stepping up to show like they actually have that skill set. It's hard to say argue against the statement that the AFC North and NFC East are two of the best divisions and or yeah two of the best divisions in each conference because they both teams are ended up in the Super Bowl each year. So I would say this is by far one of the most competitive I've seen MSL so far, just because we have two different, like always have different users in the Super Bowl versus the past, which is very refreshing.
I got you. I got you. Um, Underachieving team so far in your eyes?
Mm. Underachieving teams. Is that so? I would say I'll give you one from each conference.
I
I
got
think
you.
that'd be for the AFC. I'd go and say the Steelers. Um, that's my guy. That's my guy right there. Like I got him always. Just because I was really expecting him to take that that step. As what from seeing what he did the first season, I was kind of expecting him to like
Yeah.
take that leap forward. But that goes to show like it's like any given Sunday. Just for him to barely miss the playoffs last year, I'm kind of hoping to see him bounce back and with some revenge, with some bad taste in his mouth, and wanted to get back. NFC, I'm gonna have to go with uh, the Eagles, just because he made it to Super Bowl first year. I guess he kind of wanted that win. So to see him lose that one, it kind of hurt. And then last year he got bounced in the playoffs again to the Giants. So this year I'm kind of expecting to see him bounce back because I just know he's a competitive user in other leagues. So I was kind of hoping to see him bring one home. Uh, so that's what I would say. There's some other ones in there, but it's nothing like to the level that the expectations in my head of him. That's all.
I agree
Well,
with
what
you.
about you? What would you say?
I say the Steelers. He's always my regular season warrior for me. He have a great season, and Nick, my boy, but he'll have a great season and always gets bounced either in the first round. He can't take that next step within the last couple of Maddens.
Yeah,
Um, so for me, I'll say it definitely the Steelers because I know he's capable of, getting there.
yeah.
He has
S-
the the play style for it.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I retract my statement. The Eagles, I think by far is still doing what is like he wants to do. I know he like barely missed the podium at the first season. I have to change my interest to the Bears.
Bears, okay.
Yeah, Austin, he's a really good user. For him only playing in one league, it's kind of I think it's kind of absurd just because of somebody having that skill set and only playing in one league. But I feel like he's like the Dustin of the previous Madden, so he's doing really good in the regular season. And when it come playoffs, he just disappears. I just think like somebody like that with the offense that he has is, I mean, his offense always ranks like top three every year. So the fact that he doesn't get over that hump, it's kind of sad. Like you would think that he would have what it takes, but it's just in those big moments he always folds somehow, some way, unfortunately. So
I got you.
uh,
I think for
that's
the
just my
NFC will be me. Um,
Mhm.
Definitely underachieving with the team that I have. Um, I haven't really enjoyed this Madden as much, so I really don't put my all into it. And every time I
Yeah,
try to enjoy it, understand, something just ends up taking my interest away.
yeah,
I am in several leagues, and I think I'm enjoying college a little bit more than I am Madden this year. Uh,
mm,
I think underachieving would be me. Especially after today. I know I made a promise that I'll be more active in the chat and what I'm saying, play
yeah,
play my games and be a little bit more serious. So this game today, losing to the Giants while he was chewing clock with 4:30 left in the clock really hurt my nerves. Um, so yeah, just to show
yeah.
that, what I'm saying, I can keep up with these playoff contenders, what I'm saying, when I really
Absolutely.
put my mind and like put my foot forward. But yeah, I say it's me on the NFC side.
To like to add on to that, like how you said, like you like make that promise to yourself that you be more active in the chat and playing games and whatnot. I mean, I know losing to a division foe like early on in the season kind of like just like it kind of just like fucks up your head. But I think that you still have the rest of like the season, you still have multiple games. So I think like you should still like just let that build on it. Like just build on this one and just go from there. But I mean, I understand this Madden does have its moments where you're just sitting there like, what is going on? So I
Yeah,
definitely get it 100%.
yeah. So this
But
game today was, I say, one of my ones that I was like, I'm gonna sit down and what I'm saying, lock in,
yeah,
which shows because the last two I've been blown out. 28-26 in the fourth, what I'm saying, like I said, and it took him chewing clock that really irked me. Like, man, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
yeah, I say that was probably my biggest thing.
Okay. So to go to the other side of that, who do you think for you has been like the biggest like wow, like they took that step forward this year?
Uh, I s- again, I go Dustin always like has always been good. Packers this season so far. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
this year. Yeah, I get that. This year so far.
Yeah, so far, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But he's always the one that's bottom of the barrel. You know what I'm saying? And not to throw
yeah.
any shade at him, but you know what I'm saying? He's always, hey, top five pick. You know what I'm saying? So to
With the
see
team that he has and he's top five in picks, come on now.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I'm kind of impressed with the start he's having. That's like, okay, it might be something there. So,
yeah.
so I hope he continues.
Hey, I can attest to this. I would say the fourth place schedule in the NFC is by far the easiest. But I mean, I feel like Packers, this is one of those users that his like his chance, or not even I would say his chance, but his like percentage of Karen like dwindles if some bullshit happens.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I definitely think like if he's one of those users, if he locks in, that he could give you a good game. So
I
I,
agree.
I definitely think this season as well, he's for sure shown a lot of promise. So I'm excited to see how that goes for the rest of the year. But I could agree with you there. What would you say for the AFC?
But I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I'm like at a standstill with that one. I'll be focusing more on the NFC than I do the AFC.
The I understand that. For the AFC, I can give you a couple of answers.
Yeah.
I know I said Destin. Seeing him like win that Super Bowl first year, that's always winning the first one is always nice. That feeling of gratitude and satisfaction, especially of 1-1 for so long. But one that I tend to give him a lot of shit because I say he's ass and whatnot. But I definitely got to say it's Barry and the Colts.
Mm,
Just to see him taking this team to what it is and taking them to the playoffs, going like from some he was like on Tommy's level, Packers
yeah,
level, getting the top 10 pick to now constantly making the playoffs. I would definitely say him. Um, I would say for the NFC, I don't know. The NFC is it's a little tough for me because I feel like I kind of just expectation wise, I kind of knew the teams that I think that were going to do good. They did good. Um, I guess you can say maybe so. Like one that kind of took me surprise was the Lions, just because I never seen him play serious. Last year he took over the Raiders very late, so he wasn't really trying to do much. He didn't have much of a team, but now that he has the Lions, he kind of is like he's making like his staple in the league. Like he plays great. He plays like if it's like real fucking life, play action,
mhm.
single back, running the ball, no mistake football. I respect him for that. Um, so I guess you could say my answer is the Lions for the NFC, but it's a toss up though. Like I feel like this year, like in general, I feel like a lot of like I said, I think this is the most competitive MSL's been in a little while, just because like it's just like now you have teams that are actually competing against one another and it's a dogfight every week, you know.
I got you. Um, so what's your thoughts on what's your couple of teams that you already foresee? Hey, I know in my mind that they'll be in the playoffs this year.
All right, I'm gonna give you the seven for NFC. So
Okay.
NFC, I know it's gonna be me, Cowboys, Giants, Bears, Lions. Did I say Seahawks already?
No, you didn't.
Seahawks. I feel like Seahawks, he came in the league, he dominated the first 2 weeks against the 49ers, and then against the Broncos, he kind of made a statement. Uh, but I think he's going to ultimately win that division. So I think those are going to be my seven. For the AFC, I'm going to go Browns, Ravens, Jags, the AFC West, man, I don't know. Raiders, not Raiders, Broncos possibly. Um, AFC East, I can see the Dolphins and the Jets making it out. So those would be my seven. Bubble, I got the Steelers and possibly the Chargers or the Raiders. You can intertwine those. For the NFC, I have uh, I don't know, NFC, maybe the Saints, 49ers on the bubble as well. I just feel like kind of just like the same, like people are,
Yeah,
just ducking it out. I've definitely forgot the Eagles in the NFC, but I just it's just hard to say so soon. But I think just like it's how the playoffs were last year, kind of gonna be the same thing, just reordering certain teams. But we'll see that at the end of the season. But
gotcha.
yeah.
Um, so what are your thoughts on transitioning a little bit over to college? Your thoughts on the playoffs, and the possibility of the reboot into tier two and three teams.
I just want to go on the record by starting off saying that for playoffs, both college and Madden, we are trying to implement a new rule of 48 hours. After those 48 hours, we are advancing because
Yes.
I feel like that kind of just loses like the steam behind certain game modes, especially in
Mhm.
college. If like the active is like kind of dwindling, so like we're taking like damn near a week just to play the entire playoffs because it's just like we kind of just prolong each day, just saying like, oh, I can't do today. So we're trying to work on that. It's currently in the talks. Um, However, how do I feel about transitioning from, power like five schools, like tier fours and fives? I think it's a great idea. Just because give even out the playing field, we just have certain teams like for mine prime example, Alabama's just a Chico going up against like, like a team like West Virginia. It's just like
Yeah.
it's this and this, like you're gonna see the difference. So I'm definitely excited if we can do that this Madden. However, if we can't do this for this one, I know we're for sure gonna do it come next cycle. Um, Playoff wise, we have UCF against Oregon, and then Alabama, as we know, versus um, North Carolina for like the fourth fucking time.
I
And
know.
like
I know.
it's crazy. Um, it's gonna be a good one though. I don't know. I really don't know about the UCF and Oregon game. I feel like that one could be a toss up. UCF's been balling his ass out. Balling his ass off. Excuse me. Excuse my language again, but he beat the dog shit out of Ohio State. It just goes to show, like, I feel like that once you like recruit, you're good. Because who would have thought UCF beats Ohio State?
Yeah.
Nobody. So I think Oregon against UCF is to be a good one. I know how each one, like UCF likes to, fucking send the dogs, while Oregon
Mhm.
likes to slow everything down, methodical. Like he likes to run the ball, take his time. Um, so we'll see. I'm excited for that one. Alabama versus North Carolina. I mean, I don't know what to say with that one.
Yet again.
Yeah, that's my brother right there. So that'll be an exciting one. It's like I said, it's like a third time in the playoffs playing each other. The first two times wasn't didn't go his way, but we'll see how this third one goes. Like they say, third time's a charm. He beat me in the
Yeah.
regular season this year, so we'll see how that goes. But all in all, like I definitely think like restarting to a tier fours and fives would be best. Just even out the playing field, because just having these power five schools is it's not fair. I would say, especially right now, just because of how the recruiting is and whatnot, and just
Yeah.
some people I feel like just don't utilize that properly. So kind of just you see that difference.
Yeah, I like the two and three tier teams. Um, I mean stars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like that. Again, it evens the playing field recruiting wise. You know what I'm saying? You don't get those instant commits for 4 or 5 stars like Alabama or Oregon, or you know what I'm saying, like those
Yeah,
other teams will. So yeah, I like that idea. I think it will be more interesting, more I guess competitive. Cause shit, if really leave it up to me, I'll get FAU.
oh yeah,
And like
yeah,
it makes it fun, interesting again, because now you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you don't have these overpowered stars on teams, and you know what I'm saying. So I think that would be fun. Um,
absolutely.
when it comes down to the college, once I knew I didn't make the playoffs, I haven't really picked up the controller. I kept
Yeah,
track
you're
of
just like
that. I hopped right back on Madden and started trying to focus on Madden.
yeah,
But
that's understandable. Especially like in college, like you're gonna like lose like 1 to 2 games, and then the rest is just like But
mhm.
I kind of like want to like just kind of like also like go like down this next thing I would kind of say. It's just like kind of like teams that like surprise me, teams that kind of like just let me down, like expectation wise, just like looking at it.
Yeah.
Um, like some of the teams that like off the top of my head that kind of surprised me this year, like in college, would be UCF. Just because taking that school from where it was, and competing in the playoffs with the roster that he has, he's up there. I'm also going to say Nebraska. Nebraska is a very gritty team. He plays the way that he wants to by running the ball. Utilizing the play action. Just stuff like that. Another one I would say would be that's tough. No, it's not. Texas and Oregon. They kind of like up there in the Pac-12, showing out for the Pac-12. Kind of thought like Texas was would have taken it a little bit further this year, but kind of how like the seeding worked and how the rankings were, it was going to be a tough one for him. So he had a tough game against North Carolina. And some of the like the teams I kind of just like expected more from this year would have been Louisville, just because he's been having like a top 5 recruiting class, especially this past year. Another one's Georgia. There's no way you have Georgia and you're
Hmm.
not making playoffs. Like, come on now. Like, I understand that we don't play the game, and the game's bad, but Nick, you're my brother, but God, lead, brother, you got something got to give. You got Georgia. You got to be making the playoffs. Because he beat North Carolina. So if you can beat North Carolina, you can compete every week.
Yeah,
It's just like how you saying it's just remaining locked in and being focused each week. But that kind of like depends on like how you feel about the game. So I'll definitely say him. Another one would probably be Florida State. I know he just joined, but I mean he was talking shit like he was gonna do something this year. But he made playoffs. Don't know how, but he lost to Ohio State. Another one would be Ohio State. No way you lose with a roster like that. Also Penn State, he let me down. Smart, I understand he has life going on, but seeing him, competing for like winning Super Bowls, and seeing him fall off kind of sucks. So yeah. So those are the kind of like just like the teams that like surprised me and kind of let me down this year. I'm hoping like if we don't restart and do like how you're saying like the tier like this 2 to 3 star schools,
yeah,
like I want to see like the even playing field. So I think like expectation wise it's gonna be a little bit different with
I got
depending on
you.
the teams. But I think it's exciting though. I love both games. It's kind of crazy to say. It's exciting because like you got two different gameplays. College plays like old Madden, like the Madden 20, Madden
Yeah,
21, and then Madden feels like just a polished version of last year. I mean, it has its moments now. I'm not disagreeing with you there, especially on Sim. You're just seeing shit that you shouldn't be seeing. So it's definitely exciting for that. I just think we're headed in a great direction in both leagues. Because you don't see too many. I don't see many leagues that have both and still able to have as many seasons as we do in college and Madden this far in the like this early in the cycle.
yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Well, I got to give credit to Nick for, what I'm saying, Nick and the team. I know behind the scenes he has, other commissioners that help him out and hold it down.
yeah.
So I got to give Nick his flowers for, making this last as long as it did and continues to go on. Um, so I just got hit with the timer. So
Yeah.
with that being said, any last comments for the leagues?
Um, I can't. I don't want to like speak out of turn and say like this is when the next podcast is going to be. But like Rosario said earlier, I mean we have like this time so we're like schedule wise, so we kind of can like just plan around that. But I just like a little quick segment of talk your shit. I just need more of it in the league, regardless of who it is and what and when is it. We just need more of it, I just need more people calling out people. I just feel like it's a little too buddy buddy right now.
Don't worry. The
So
Giants really got that shit out of me. You know what? I hope the Giants listen to this shit because the motherfucker pissed me the hell off today. And excuse my language, but shit, I
yeah.
if I play him again, I want my get back.
Okay. So that's gonna be a one that's gonna be circled
Yeah,
on the list. We're
yeah,
we're gonna be we're
definitely
gonna be ready to see that one to see how that one goes.
because I don't. Mm-mm. I definitely want my look back on that one. I want because ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, we'll definitely have that one scheduled or circled on the schedule. Excuse me.
Yeah, but
Anybody I want to call out real quick? Fucking not really. No, I mean there's not really anybody. I feel like I just feel like I'm at that point to where like I think I'm ready to put this controller down and just be the bystander. But we'll see how that goes.
nah, don't
But
worry. I felt that earlier, so don't worry about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having fun. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but I think it's just getting to that point to where I think it's time to step back a little bit and just watch. But we'll see how this goes.
But I appreciate you for taking the time and doing this with me today. Uh,
Absolutely, man.
I hope they enjoy the podcast. It was something
Yes, sir.
quick, you know what I'm saying, off the top of their head. I hope y'all enjoy. Whenever we get some time again, I'm more than uh, delighted to do this shit again. And
Yep.
hopefully we'll bring some different material, talk your shit, podcast
Well,
back or do something.
absolutely, man. And I just want to tell all the guys, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you guys celebrate. Enjoy your holidays with the family, man. Definitely do that. Have fun playing Madden in college. Just live it up, man. And I hope you guys enjoy this podcast. For sure. We, like how you said, we just put off the dome. We just had fun with it. So I hope you guys enjoy it, though.
Yeah, happy holidays, like he said. I hope y'all enjoy. Um, and again, happy holidays. We out.